everybody, this is Vickie from Source Yoga. This is going to be a slow flow class for about an hour. I know I'm a little far away from the camera, but I wanted you to be able to make sure that you could see my entire body. So I really appreciate you coming on to our YouTube channel today to join us. If you are looking for props around your house, I suggest maybe using cracker boxes underneath your hands or books stacked up, or maybe a small hard plastic bin that maybe you could flip over. Hopefully you probably have a blanket at home. You probably also have some sort of long strap that you can use instead of a yoga strap. So those are my ideas for you. Also during a home practice, sometimes I like to turn on music on a different device in the background for myself, so I offer that to you. But really, once again, appreciate you coming onto our YouTube channel to get in your yoga practice today. So go ahead, start seated. As always, you can sit in Virasana like I am, or if you want to sit cross-legged. I am up on a block to give my hips a little bit of rest today, or you can sit up on a blanket or directly on your mat, or if you want to lay down on your back, please feel free to do that. So once you have your position and a space clear for yourself in your home, go ahead, float your eyes shut. And just take a few moments to bring yourself onto your mat, into your practice. Allow the breath to help ground you. Allow the breath to help you release tension and stress. Just allow the breath to move very easily in the body. Try not to force anything. Just bring your awareness to your breath. Just allow yourself to simply listen to the sound of the breath moving through your body. As you continue to become more aware of the breath, it's probably naturally going to slow down and lengthen for you without you even trying to do that. So just allow that to happen naturally. And then bring your hands together at heart center. And just take a moment to set an intent for your practice. It's always that simple intent of just allowing yourself to nurture yourself right now, to move your body, to be with your breath, just to have some time on your own, on your mat. Of course, you want to send some energy out to the world or to a cause in particular that could definitely be used right now too. So just take that moment, inhale, draw that intent into your heart and let it drop down and settle. And then very slowly release the hands. Good. Inhale, take your arms up overhead. Just go ahead, interlace the fingers, stretch those palms up, and just give a nice stretch through the side body, feeling your spine lift and lengthen. The sternum is lengthening up and lifting. Good. And just keep pressing up through through the palms of your hands. Good. Take one more deep breath here. And then exhale, release those hands. Take a rotation to your right. I'm mirroring you, so bring your left hand to the right thigh. And gently bring the right hand behind you. Sitting up nice and tall on the sits bones. Feel your weight dropping down into the pelvis. The chin is level to the floor, so don't drop it down too much, and then allow the shoulders to round forward. Keep it lifted. And then come back to center. Reach your arms back up again. Interlace your fingers maybe the opposite way this time. And stretch the palms back up again. Reaching through the side bodies, reaching out to the arms. Pushing the palms up to the ceiling. It's getting nice, long stretch. Again, allowing that upper body just to lengthen. Good. And take one more deep breath in here. And then exhale, rotate to your left this time, bringing the right hand to the left leg, and then the left hand is behind you gently. Sitting up tall again. Try not to use your right hand to really pull you into the twist too much. Just very gentle, allow your spine to warm up, allow the muscles of the back to warm up. And then very slowly come back to center again. Inhale, reach those arms up overhead again. Then go ahead, take them down to the sides. Place the right hand down, take a side stretch over. And slowly lifting up and go the other way. Reaching and stretching. And slowly lift all the way back up. Bring your hands down to the mat on either side of you. Drop the right ear down to the right shoulder. As you're doing that, reach out for the left arm just a little bit more. Get a nice stretch through the side of the neck. If you want, you can place the hand over the head. Once again, don't pull on the head. Just allow that elbow just to kind of be heavy down towards your mat. So you're not putting any undue pressure on the side of the neck, just giving it maybe just a little bit more depth than its stretch right now. Then very slowly, lift your head back up, release that hand down, and then drop the head the other way. Feeling the opening on the opposite side of the neck. And then maybe once again, just getting a little bit of extra reach through the right fingertips. Once again, if you want to place the opposite hand on the side of the head, once again, just remembering to not pull on the head, just allow the arm to be heavy. And then very slowly, lift the head back up, release the hand back down. Go ahead and come onto your hands and knees. Depending on what type of surface you are on, maybe you want to take a blanket. I am definitely taking a blanket for myself. I'm in my basement, so this is pretty hard concrete underneath me. So I'm going to use a blanket for my knees today. So take a moment, place the hands about almost out to the edges of your mat. So you just are nice and wide in the shoulders. Knees are underneath your hips, and allow the toes to reach back. Or if you want to tuck those toes underneath you, if that's more comfortable and still stable for you, allow yourself to do that. And once you're settled, as you inhale, arch the back, lift the sternum up into cow pose, and then exhale, round up through the spine, dropping the head down, looking back towards the tailbone, coming in between your legs. And inhale, lifting back up. Just a reminder to definitely move with your breath. Don't worry if you're not exactly with me. We'll catch back up with each other. And lifting the heart forward. Exhale, rounding up through the spine, feeling the stretch through the entire spine, tailbone through the middle of the back, all the way through the neck. And inhale, lifting. Exhaling, round. And inhale, lifting up through the sternum. Exhale, round up through the back. And then come back into a neutral spine. So take just a moment, walk your hands forward. So you're coming into just a version of down dog that we call puppy dog. So allow the hips to stay over your knees. Just reach the arms forward. Feel the heart melting down. Just feel the spine lengthening long. Feeling that elongation through the side body once again. Nice. And then from here, walk the hands back to you just a little bit. Tuck your toes and go ahead and come into downward facing dog now. So lift your hips up and back. Take some time to walk your dog out. Once again, treating your body really gently. So we've all been sitting around a lot more. Weather definitely does not want to seem to cooperate with us with all the rain we've been having, kind of keeping us inside even more with all the other stuff going on. So be really nice and gentle with the body. Let it stretch out, gently moving it. If you want to sway your hips side to side, maybe sway those hips side to side, maybe a little twisty motion going on. Good. But then after a couple more pedals or sways, go ahead, start to find some stillness in your down dog. And if you need to do puppy dog or child's pose instead, please feel free to drop down into child's pose or into puppy pose. I want you to take a moment and I want you to really think about placing weight across those bottom knuckles. So not so much into that base of the palm of the hand by the wrist, but see if you can move a little more weight forward and into the top of the palm of the hand. If you can do that, that should take some pressure off of your wrists. And so hopefully that feels maybe just a little bit better. Once again, you'll notice my knees are bent in my down dog, so my spine can be long. Don't worry about trying to straighten those knees yet. Just give a little bend. Allow that pelvis to tilt up and back, lifting the tailbone up towards the back corner of whatever room that you're in right now. And take 2 more breaths here, inhaling, and letting that air all out. And another deep breath in, and let all that air back out. Good. From here, make your way into a forward fold at the front of your mats. So very slowly, walk those feet forward. Once again, once you're at the front of your mat, let that head hang heavy. You want to grab opposite elbows, sway side to side. Once again, maybe soften those knees a little bit. Once again, get the low back to open up a little bit more instead of straining so much into the back of the hamstrings. And just allow yourself to hang really heavy over those legs. And then release your hands back down towards your mat. Take 2 more breaths here. Inhale, exhaling out. And another deep breath in and exhaling out. On your next inhale, come all the way up to standing. Press down through your feet. Stretch up through the fingertips. Exhale, bring your hands together at heart center. So we're going to go into some half salutations just to move with the breath and just to get the body moving Inhale, take your arms up and overhead. Exhale, fold over the legs. Once again, maybe softening your knees. Inhale, place your hands onto your shins or onto your thighs. Make your body into a nice L position. Pull those shoulders into your spine. Exhale, fold back over the legs. Inhale, come all the way back up to standing. Reach up through the fingertips. Exhale, bring your hands together, heart center. And we're going to do that 3 more times. Inhale, stretching up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Use that full exhale to fold over your legs. Use an entire deep inhale to lengthen into your flat back L position. Full exhale to fold back over. Inhale, reach up, stretch up, lengthening. Exhale, hands together, heart center. Inhale, take your arms up overhead, reach, stretch up through the fingertips. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, lengthen into a flat back. Exhale, fold back over. Inhale, all the way back up. Exhale, hands together at heart center. Inhale, take the arms and reach up and stretch. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, lengthen into a flat back. Exhale, fold back over. Inhale, back up to standing, reaching up. Exhale, hands together at heart center. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, flat back, stretch the spine. Lift the heart away from the floor. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bring the hands back to heart center. Inhale, take the arms back up overhead. Exhale, fold back over your legs. Inhale, lengthen into a flat back. Exhale, fold back over the legs. Reach your right leg back. Bring your right knee down to your mat gently. Once again, tucked or untucked toes in the back. And just bring your hands up onto the front thigh. Just a little bit maybe of a slight forward motion with the hips coming a little forward, taking the back leg on a diagonal. Releasing the shoulders down your back. And just allow yourself just to open up that back thigh muscle right now. Release the shoulders. Check in on the facial muscles. Make sure that you're not frowning or clenching those teeth. Maybe just drop your chin down a little bit to help release the muscles of the jaw. Take 2 more breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling out. Another deep breath in. And exhaling out. Place your hands on either side of your foot. Lift up and back into downward facing dog. Good. So slow flow. If you do not want to take chaturangas during this class, that's fine. You can stay in down dog, or maybe you could just hold plank as a strengthening pose for yourself, or you can take any other pose you need to right now. Or come forward into plank. Go ahead, bring your knees down towards floor, lower all the way down. Inhale, come into a low cobra. Pull those elbows into the side, stretch out through the legs. Lower down, make your way back up into downward facing dog, going through all fours if you'd like, or if you want to press back up through a plank position, you can. And lift the hips up and back. So a couple of different ways to get into the other side, and I'm going to explain this one time as we will go into a little bit more of a flow later. You can inhale and step the foot all the way forward to bring the knee down. You can lift it up, place the foot down, use your hand to then place the foot in between, or bring your knees down to your mat, step the foot forward into the other side. So whatever of those versions work for you, bring your hands up onto your thigh. But you always have that option of either using your hand to help the foot forward or bringing your knees down to your mat and then stepping the foot forward. So just notice, like they say on a treadmill, keep your focus forward to make sure that you don't fall over. So press firmly down through that front foot. Relax the shoulders. Take 2 more breaths here. Inhaling. I'm just going to adjust that back knee a little bit for myself on my floor. Another deep breath in. Exhaling out. Good. Place your hands on either side of your foot. Tuck your back toes. Lift that knee up a little bit and push yourself into a forward fold at the front of your mat. Good. Nice. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. Reach back up. Exhale, bring your hands together at heart center. Good. Taking that same flow on the other side now. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, lengthen into a flat back. Exhale, fold back over the legs. Reach the left leg back. Gently bring the left knee down. Bring your hands up onto the right thigh. Feel free to make any adjustments that you need. If you want to be a little closer to the earth, you can keep your hands on the floor or put your hands up onto blocks or hooks or boxes, whatever you have around the house. Okay, take 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhaling out. 1 more deep breath in and exhaling out. Place your hands on either side of your foot. Tuck the back toes if you're not already tucked. And lift up and back into downward dog. Lifting the hips up and back. Once again, take a moment, place a little bit more weight if you can into the base of your fingers instead of just in the base of the palm of the hand. So take that weight up into the hand a little bit more. Then inhale, come forward into plank pose. Lower your knees down. Exhale, lower all the way down to your mat. Inhale, come into low cobra. Reaching the spine forward, lifting the heart. Lowering down, going through hands and knees, or if you want to press up through plank and up and back into down dog, feel free to do that. Once you're in down dog, feel free to adjust those hands or feet in a little bit. Good. Coming into the other side, you're either going to lift the leg up and use your hand to help that foot forward, or you come down to your knees, or you're going to step all the way through and gently bring the right knee down. Lift the chest up. Hands onto the left thigh. Deep breath in. Releasing that air out. Again, just take a moment. See if you're holding tension in the shoulders and through the face. Good. Place your hands down. Take just a moment. I'm not going to put the knees back down again unless you choose to make a modification for yourself. So I'm going to just take a moment and move my blanket back to the side. And then step into a forward fold at the front of your mat, relaxing the head. On your next inhale, come all the way back up to standing. Reach up through the fingertips. Exhale, bring your hands together at heart center. Good. We're going to come into Surya Namaskar C. So that's Sun Salutation C. Don't worry, no quizzes after your practice today. Inhale, take your arms up overhead, reaching up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, lengthen into a flat back. Exhale, folding back over, reach your right leg up. So it's very similar to what we just did, except that we're going to keep the right knee lifted in our low lunge. We're going to add a variation of a twist. Good. We're going to stay in a low lunge on this side. We'll add our twist on our lunge on the other side. Good. Reach that spine forward and long. Keep pulling the low abdominals up and in. From here, place your hands flat down on your mat. Exhale, lift up and back into downward facing dog. Same thing, if you do not want to take the flows, just stay in down dog or child's pose, or come into cat and cow, or you can come into plank and just hold a nice strong plank. Inhale, come into plank pose, for those of you who are floating. If you'd like, lower your chaturanga this time, so halfway down, lift up into up dog into cobra pose, and lift up and back into downward facing dog. A deep breath in, and exhaling out. Deep breath in, and exhaling out. One more deep breath in, and exhale out. Good. Inhale, lift your right leg up behind you. Step it in between your hands. Come up onto the fingertips. Also, if you want blocks underneath your hands, please make sure you place blocks underneath the hands. Once again, or books, boxes, whatever you have available to you. Now on this side, we're going to keep our left fingertips on our mat, and then you're going to rotate to your right, reaching the right arm up to the sky. Keep reaching your spine forward. Try not to hunch and kind of drop into the sternum. Keep your sternum shining towards the right side right now. Good. Take 2 more breaths here. Keep the back leg nice and strong. And 1 more breath. Inhale. And exhale out. Place the right hand down. Push off that back foot, bend that knee a little bit. Come into your forward fold. Lengthen into a flat back. Exhale, fold back over the legs. Inhale all the way back up. Reach up to the fingertips. Exhale, hands together, heart center. Good, we're going to do the other side now. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, lengthen into a flat L shape. Exhale, fold back over. Reach your left leg back this time into your low lunge. Once again, hands on the mat or blocks or whatever you have. Once again, reaching that spine forward, keeping the chest lifted off of your front thigh. A little engagement in your core muscles. Strong back leg. Shoulders pulling into your spine, opening up the collarbones in the front of the body. Then place your hands down on your mat. Exhale, lift up and back into downward facing dog. Inhale, if you'd like to take a flow, reach the spine forward. Exhale, lower down to your chaturanga or all the way down to your mat. Or knees coming down to the mat. Exhale, up and back into downward facing dog. Keep lifting that tailbone up and high behind you. Inhale, lift your left leg up behind you. Step it in between your hands. Up onto fingertips or a prop. Reaching the spine forward. Take 1 more breath here. Same variation on the other side now. Keep your right fingertips on the mat or your prop, and exhale, rotate to your left, reaching out through the fingers. Good, deep breath in, and exhaling out. And another deep breath in, and exhaling out. 1 more. Place the hand down. Push off that back foot. Come into your forward fold. Release the head over the legs. On your next inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach up. Exhale, bring your hands together at heart center. Good. So now we're going to come into Surya Namaskar B, which is some salutation B. Once again, no quiz at the end of practice. As you inhale, come into chair pose. Reach your fingertips out. Sit your weight back into your heels. If reaching the arms forward is too uncomfortable on the shoulders, you can always bring your hands to heart center. You can also come into cactus, whatever is appropriate for your practice today. Another deep breath in. Exhale out. Another deep breath in. On this exhale, fold over your legs. Lengthen into a flat back. On this one, you're going to fold back over and you're going to step back into plank, or you're going to step into downward facing dog instead, or take a child's pose. Lowering down, into up dog, up and back, into down dog. Good. Take a couple of breaths in your down dog. Once again, adjust your hands in or your feet in a little bit so your down dog is not too spread apart. Good. We're going to come into warrior one. So lift the right foot up behind you. Step it in between your hands. Move that left foot out just a little bit. Turn your left toes out once again, just a little bit. And come all the way up into warrior one. Same arm variations as we have in chair pose, prayer, or cactus, or V arms, whatever works for you today. But I want you to concentrate on really putting a lot of energy into your back foot. So keeping that back leg nice and stable, reaching out to the fingertips. Bending into the front knee lightly. And then open out into warrior two. Slide that back foot back a little bit. Nice bend on the front knee. Reaching out to the fingers. Making sure that your shoulders are aligned over your hips so you have a nice rectangle in the upper body right now. So you're not too pitched forward, you're not leaning back, but your spine is really perpendicular to the floor right now. Then we're going to come into triangle pose. We're going to add triangle pose into our citation V. Straighten your right leg. Pull the right hip underneath you. Bring your hand down to your shin or to a prop. Or if you have the range of motion, to take it all the way to the floor to maintain the integrity of the spine. You notice my hand is on my shin. So I can keep that right side really nice and long. Focus can stay up at the hand. It can stay straight forward, or even down at the front foot. So you're at home, really feel free to experiment with your body in these home practices. Notice the difference if you allow the head to be down or up, how that feels. You may even want to play a little bit with the back hip a little bit. If you roll it forward just slightly, does that take some pressure off of the back? Maybe you have the ability to open it a little bit, but take this opportunity on your own to play and really experiment with your body and how it feels. And then on your next exhale, you lift all the way back up into warrior two, bending into the front knee. You're going to cartwheel your hands down. Step back into plank pose, or once again, take a downward facing dog. You're going to lower down, lifting up, and up and back into downward facing dog. Good. Take 3 breaths here. Inhale, and out 1. And breath in, and out 2. And breath in, and out 3. We're going to come into the other side. Lift your left leg up behind you. Step in between your hands. Once again, move that back foot out, maybe just a little bit. Turn your right toes out once again, just a little bit, and come up into warrior one on the other side. Good. Find that nice strong leg behind you. Bending into the front knee. Reaching out through the fingertips. Just nice, steady breath, taking any arm variation that you need. Good. On your next exhale, open out into warrior two. I have to apologize to Janie at this moment. I know she does not like us showing our derrieres to everybody, but I think we understand it this time, this needs to happen. So reach out through the fingertips. Once again, find the spine perpendicular with the floor. Don't let it come forward. Don't lean back. Just nice and tall. Pull the low belly up and in. Pressing down through your legs, nice and strong. Good. From here, straighten your left leg. And come into triangle pose. Pull that left hip underneath you, feel that right hip tilt up a little bit. And reach up through the fingertips. Once again, feel that nice length on the left rib cage. Don't worry about how low your hand is. You notice, especially on this side, my hand is pretty much just about underneath my knee on this side. Once again, try to release yourself from what you think your pose is supposed to look like. Allow the pose to make your body and what your body is capable of and is healthy for it. Take one more breath here. Slowly lift all the way back up into warrior two. Cartwheel your hands down. Once again, come into down dog or come into plank. Lowering down. Coming up into your up dog. Up and back into down dog. And then gently bring your knees down to your mat. Feel free to open them out to the sides and take a nice child's pose. You can allow the arms to stay reaching forward, or if you want, wrap them around the sides of the body. As you're in child's pose, just feel the heart melting down. Once again, if you need to adjust the knees out a little bit further to give you a little bit more room in your hip joints, please do so. But just allow child's pose to kind of bring you back into yourself, back to the breath. If you become a little unattached to it, you kind of lost it, just take this opportunity of rest just to kind of come back in and recenter. Slowly walk your hands back to yourself. And we're going to go ahead and slide onto our stomachs, do a little bit of extension marks. So go ahead, take a moment, bring yourself all the way down onto your mats. And go ahead and take your arms down to your sides to set up for locust pose. Stretch out through your legs. Bring your head into the center of the body. Take a moment to pull your lower abdominals up and in. And then inhale, slowly lift all the way up into locust pose, reaching back through the fingertips, reaching back through the legs. Feel the shoulders sliding down the back of your ribs. Feel the heart shining forward, but don't let your eyes shine forward. So make sure that that head is in alignment with your spine. So probably gaze just barely in front of your mat. For some of you who have a lot of range of motion, maybe you're a little bit further than that, but I'd probably say average, just in front of your mat for your gaze. And then very slowly lower all the way back down. Feel free to fold your hands over one another. Turn one cheek down to your mat and rest for a moment. then from here, bring your head back to center. Take your arms back by the sides again. Take a moment to reach out through your legs. Engage the core of the body, the pelvis, pressing down into your mat. Your sacrum is trying to stay level with the earth right now. And then on your next inhale, slowly lift back up, floating the thighs up barely, reaching out to the toes, stretching the heart up. Just imagine the front of that spine opening and decompressing. And very slowly lower back down. Once again, feel free to bring your hands up, or they can stay by your sides. Turn your head the other way and rest. And bring your head back to center one last time. If you want to take the opportunity to interlace your fingers behind your back, feel free to do that or use a strap. I'm going to keep my arms to the side because that version is just not the best version for me and my body. So, but if it is for you, please feel free to interlace those fingers. Take that moment, set your body up, reaching out through the legs. And then inhale, lift all the way up. Keep stretching long. Energy out through the crown of the head, energy out through the tailbone, out through the toes, out through the fingers. Just feeling that energy front to back, reaching long. And then slowly lower all the way down. Take a moment. It's always yoga boogie, those hips back and forth. If you want to take windshield wipers behind you, whatever feels really good for that low back right now. And then from here, go ahead and press yourself back into a nice wide-legged child's pose one last time. And just allow that spine to melt down towards the earth, the heart. Allow the hips just to be heavy. If child's pose is uncomfortable for you, feel free to stay on your stomach, or maybe use a blanket underneath your legs in the back to give the knees a little less flexion if bending your knees as far is uncomfortable. From here, slowly come up. We're going to come onto our backs. So as we come onto our backs, have a belt handy. So once again, maybe the belt of a robe that you have at home, or I sometimes just use my jacket sometimes because I grab the arms of the jacket. As long as you don't hear the jacket might get a little stretched out by doing that. But go ahead, take a moment, come onto your back and bend both knees. And go ahead, take the strap, place the strap around the ball of your foot. Extend your right leg up to the ceiling. So I personally like to really slide my arms down so my elbows can rest and so I'm not reaching up at the shoulders. It's a little bit more relaxed. The left leg can either stay bent or you can straighten it out. But just take a moment, just a little pressure down onto the foot with the belt and press your foot just a little bit against the belt too. So you have, once again, a nice little give and take between the belt and the foot. And just breathe into the back of your right thigh, through the back of the right knee, through the back of the right calf muscle. Feel your pelvis heavy down into the mat. Then take both sides of the belt into your right hand. Place your left hand on your left hip and just put a little pressure into that left hip bone and slowly take your leg to the side. But keep that left hip pretty much where it's at. A little movement in, okay, but don't allow yourself to rock it. You're gonna arch your back. If you're kind of twisted, not maybe the best back health for us. So that may mean you can't take your leg as far down to the floor, which means you're gonna have to hold a little bit more with the arm, which is okay. More important to keep that low back safe and healthy. And very slowly lift the leg back up. Keep the strap where it's at. Switch the strap into the left hand and allow the leg to go over. Now this one, definitely allow that hip to roll up and off of your mat. Feeling a little opening through the outside of our right leg now. And slowly lift the leg back up. Bend the knee into your chest, taking that strap out. Maybe just place that right foot on the floor for a moment. And then switch to the other side. So take the strap around the ball of the left foot, extend that left leg up to the ceiling. Okay. Once again, pull the arms down, allow the the upper arms to rest on your mat. And if you'd like, you send the right leg out from the hip. Swing in a nice gentle stretch. As you're stretching, feel the upper body relaxed, feel the spine just nice and long, and nice, just neutral position. Once again, breathing into the back of the hamstring, the back of the knee, through the back of your calf muscle. Gently pulling the strap against the ball of the foot, and just very gently pressing the ball of the foot up against the strap. Then take both sides of the strap into your left hand. Once again, use that right hand to place just a little pressure on that right hip bone to encourage it to stay pretty much where it's at, and then slowly take the leg out to the side. Once again, really notice if your back's really wanting to twist and arch. If it is, just lift that leg up a little bit higher to give you more stability into the low spine. And very slowly lift the leg up. Switch the strap into the right hand and go ahead and allow yourself to take the leg over the body. And then very slowly bring your leg back up. Take the strap out of the foot. And just go ahead and place the strap to the side. Bring your knees into your chest. Maybe just rock side to side. If you want to take knee circles, take a moment to take some knee circles. If you'd like to come into happy baby, feel free to take the legs up, grab a hold of the ankles or into the soles of your feet, either in or out, gently pulling the knees down towards your mat. And just stay with the knees into your chest. If you want to rock happy baby back and forth. And then go ahead, release that and come into Shavasana. So once again, home practice. I know for myself sometimes it's kind of easy to be looking at your watch going, I don't really need Shavasana. But if you can, please try to have the discipline to allow yourself to have this time of rest. If you need to place a blanket underneath your knees, or maybe just maybe throw pillows, which are a little bit denser than our pillows that we sleep with. If you need a little support underneath your knees, go ahead and place a blanket underneath there, allowing yourself to lay all the way down. Just allow those legs to fall open. Allow the palms to turn up in a receiving position. If you need anything underneath your head, maybe you can use maybe just a light cloth or something to put over the eyes if you would like. But just allow yourself to lay down in Shavasana. I am going to come into a seated position so I can kind of keep an eye on the time for us. And as you come into Shavasana, just allow any breath regulation to release. Feel everything softening through the body. So feel the skin soft through the head, including the scalp, down through your neck. Feel that softness extending down the upper arms, to the elbows, through the forearms, into the palms of the hands and into the fingers. Feel that softness down the fronts of the body, down the back of the body. And then allow it to continue through the pelvis, through your glutes, down to the upper legs, the knees, the lower legs, into the arches and soles of the feet, and into your toes. And just allow everything to relax now. Let yourself be supported. And just allow yourself this time to feel your practice settle and the benefits of it as you rest in Shavasana. Slowly start to bring your awareness back into your body. Allow your breath to deepen. And bring gentle movement into your fingers, down into your toes. And very gently turn your head from side to side. And give your body a nice long stretch if you'd like. Slowly bring one knee at a time into your chest. And very slowly roll over onto your right side. And take one more moment to pause, once again to allow your practice to settle physically, mentally on your true self. And keeping your head nice and heavy, your eyes closed, press yourself up into a seated position. And bring your hands together at heart center. As always, take your opportunity to reconnect with the breath in your body, feeling the breath moving easily, fluidly. So please know that even though we're apart, we are together in spirit in our community. So I thank you so much for joining our YouTube channel today to practice. We hope to see you in a live Zoom class if you're able to make that work. And in the meantime, may you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you be at peace. Namaste.